Today we will study about future grammar. So we're talking about things that will happen in the future. We're going to look at two different grammar points in this lesson. We will try to go a little bit quickly because we will do more practice for this tomorrow and the next day. So to start with, when we talk about the future, we're talking about these time words here. Next week, tomorrow, in 2 weeks, in 2 months, in 2 years, later, after 3 hours, in the future. You can also have extra ones like tonight, this afternoon. There's many different words we can use when talking about the future. We just have to make sure that we use a future time word when we're doing it. So most students, when they talk about the future, they use will. And there's nothing wrong with this. Sometimes native speakers, we use will. Sometimes we use other structures as well. Just a note, when we do use will, we start with the subject, then we have will, and then we have verb 1. The good thing about this grammar is it's very easy. There's no need for any S for he, for she. There's no INGs. Really, for everyone, it's just I will go, I will play, I will study. So we don't need to remember too many things. We just need subject, will, and verb 1. For negative sentences, similar structure. Always subject first, then we have will not, and then we have verb 1. I will not study tonight. I will not go to Dubai on the weekend. So we have will not, or for a short answer, won't. I won't go to Dubai, I won't study. And like most of the grammar we study in stage 2, when we make a question, we just switch these two around. So we put will first and subject second. Will you sleep after class? Will you pass the exam? Will you finish the homework? And then of course, a question mark. So that's the rules for will. We do have some practice here, but I will put these practice questions on a PDF on Blackboard so we can make the video quite short. But as you can see, we still have subject, will, and a verb. Here you would have subject, will, and a verb. So similar practice. So you can do that one at home, or maybe we will do in class. Another way to talk about the future, and this is the grammar point for Unit 12, is with going to. We use going to talk about future. We have some examples here on the page. After class, I am going to watch TV. Next class, Miss Fran is going to teach you. Later today, we are going to finish our projects. And next week, inshallah, we are not going to have an exam. So all these sentences here are talking about the future. After class, next class, later, next week. And they all use going to, going to, going to, going to. If we look at this example in more detail, first up we have our time word, in this case after class. Then we have our subject, we have the be verb, we have going to, And again today, for the second time, we have verb 1. And then we finish our sentence. So subject, be verb, going to, verb 1. That is how we make a sentence with going to. This time word here, it's okay at the beginning of the sentence. I could also put at the end of the sentence, I am going to watch TV after class. So this can go at the start or at the end. So as you saw on the last page, first thing we have is subject, then be verb, then going to, and then verb 1. Same as we said for will, no need for S's, no need for INGs, no need for EDs. Nice and simple. Going to, verb 1. Only thing to remember is your be verbs. I am, he is, they are. We studied this 100 times, so inshallah you know this by now. These practices here we will do just quickly to make sure you're comfortable with it. In picture 2, you can see the subject is I, so we know the be verb will be am. Every time today after the be verb, you will have going to. And this picture is not so clear, but I am going to buy a newspaper. Okay, subject, be verb, going to, verb 1. Same for this picture, you have two people now, so the subject is we, and the be verb will be are. Going to play football. Subject, be verb, going to, verb 1. And for number 4, I'm going to change it slightly. Instead of I, I'm going to say he. He is going to, we can use the verb have a shower, have a bath. Okay, so just short practice for going to. 3 examples for you. With questions, similar rules that we've talked about many times now. With yes/no questions, we will put the be verb first and the subject second. So, example we have, are you going to finish your project today? Inshallah, yes you are. Is Mr. Richard going to give you a quiz? Sure, yes he is. Be verb first, subject second. And same with WH questions. Where, why, what, who? Where are you going to go? Be verb first, subject second. What are you going to do? Be verb first, subject second. So with questions, switch your subject and switch your be verb around. This practice also, I will put the PDF on Blackboard, so you can do this later and you can ask me, or maybe we will do together in class, because I don't want to make this video too long and I don't want you to sleep when you watch this video. Same for this practice, you have the schedule and we will make some sentences about the schedule. But this, again, PDF on Blackboard if you need to practice. Extra practice, we will do some of this in class, but if you're absent, Blackboard quiz 12.1, I think is sentence jumbles for going to. Blackboard quiz unit 12 future This quiz is made by me. You know which style of question I like. And there's also some good practice for you on MyLab in Unit 12, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, and Activity 4. So all of this practice you have online. Also the PDF for the practice in this PowerPoint is on Blackboard. If you have questions, if you need help, if you need me to check something, send me a WhatsApp or send me an email and I will explain for you. Thank you for watching, ladies, and good night.